There we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Mark Lesbirel, and today Mark's taking a trip down to meet us here at Simmons Farm Estate in Dorset. And we've been talking about apps and how apps could potentially enhance the reach of customers for the park home industry. So very interesting discussion. So apps, we've been talking about the last hour about apps and the application for holiday parks, for leisure parks, and also for industry. As we've been talking through about the apps, I've been thinking to myself about customer services. I've been thinking to myself about residents and holidaymakers as they're turning up onto site for their holiday, perhaps for the first time, and they're not quite sure where to find the entertainment zone, where to find the wash-in section, or to find notifications as to what's going on. And I'm thinking about the surge that we have in bookings this year in the holiday and the leisure industry. Of course, once we break free in the UK from the 19th of July, all of the major UK leisure parks and holiday parks are flat out booked, including Varun Motorhome Hire, who we are with today. So Mark, I want to talk to you a little bit about apps, explain a little bit about your company, which is called Kappow Apps. So I think these apps are going to really start to change the way that the leisure industry looks at using apps. I've been a fan of apps. Now, your app, company's called Kappow Apps, and your app you've created for the leisure industry is called ConciergePro. Tell us a bit about ConciergePro, how it can work, and why a leisure park operator would consider using the app.
Thank you, Bradley. So ConciergePro is what's called in the industry a guest experience app. So we enable holiday parks to wrap all of their digital content up in a single app, which guests can either scan a QR code or tap a link, and it puts everything they need right on their own mobile phones. And then the holiday parks can use that as a brand new channel to send messages and added value content.
I mean, I'm imagining I'm a customer on a park. I turn up on the park, and you know it's like when you book in, you go into your registration, you've got your customer services team there in reception, and it's the changeover period right now. For anybody that runs a holiday park, you know, the Friday to the Monday, the changeover period is hectic, let's face it, and it takes a lot of skill and organisation. But if you think about it, the weight and the energy that's required by the reception team, by the customer services team, to handle and implement the people arriving and people leaving park. When you come onto park, the first thing you want to be able to do is to get a really decent orientation of the park. You want to understand where everything is. And a lot of the UK holiday parks are very large parks. Now, I've taken my children away before, and I know, for example, in the reception of the park, I pick up a leaflet or information about the park and an attender and an itinerary of what's going on. So we've got the Freddy the Fox Club in the morning at 8 o'clock. We've got breakfast from 7:30. We've got the laundry over there. We've got the barbecue, the entertainment's evening. So the app, I believe that the app that you've developed and looking through it, one, is incredible, well done. I know you've worked on it for a couple of years in terms of coding and programming, bring it to the market.
Thank you.
And already a couple of large-scale holiday park operators have adopted and taken on this app. I turn up as a resident and, you know, want to find out what's going on. The app, I just download on my phone. Now, how do I do this? I walk into reception.
Yeah.
I want to reduce my cost for customer service, and I want to increase my holiday member, my customer, my client. I want to increase their engagement and their user experience. The app can do that. How does it do it?
Yeah, so you're right. We're, you know, first of all, the content that's in the leaflets that people have picked up from reception, that can all be in the app, which means they can have downloaded the app before they arrive at the park. So the park will send them a link or a QR code which they can scan, and it drops the app straight onto their phone. And you mentioned that we work with some holiday parks. We launched in March in 2020, and we've been working with Shorefield and Unity and Creeley, and they get massive engagement, up to 100,000 engagements a month for one of them during the season last year when they were able to open in the summer period, and so providing added value content on the apps for visitors is a great way to increase engagement.
And you know, something else I've been thinking about, and if you think about apps for holiday parks, also we want to be thinking about apps as well for different types of applications. At the moment, we're in. Yeah, you're a big fella. I'm sitting there. Normally I'm pretty tall. I'm 6 foot.
I'll slouch.
And Mark is an absolute giant here. You know, as you said, we're just two fellas having a chat. But look, also from another point of view, we're in a touring park right now that Henry Simmons owns, and it's touringparks.co.uk. Mark's driven down an hour to meet us. We're interviewing inside the motorhome. So I'm in a motorhome, and last night we pulled up. It's quite late, and I've got one of our member services team with us, Tom. And we wanted to put the night heater on. Now, actually, we didn't need it because it was fairly warm in here. We didn't need the night heater. But the night heater system was flashing and there was an issue. It's 11:30 at night on midnight. Difficult to get in touch with somebody. Now, if I had an app that had all the information on an app, how could that help me? I mean...
Well, you put a QR code straight into your holiday park home, and all of the details... Or motorhome. And... the details would come up straight in your app. So it's really up to the parks to decide what content they want to make available to their guests and their visitors.
So you can have how-to guides, you can have information about events going on your holiday park.
Yeah.
You can have information about locations and how to get to certain places.
Yeah, you can build maps of the park in the app so that the visitors can just see where the laundry block is, see the direction of the laundry block. You can invite local partners so they can see what attractions there are off park, and you can build all that into the app.
But also, I mean, what also I find really interesting is this, and I'm just taking myself back to where I've taken my kids when they were younger on park. Now, it's all important for the kids. The kids want to get there on time.
Yeah.
Whether it's Freddy the Fox or whether it's the entertainment's night, you know, the kids want to get there on time. Listen, a lot of adults too. It's our great British staycation. And we're getting ready. We're in our unit. We're in our chalet. We're in our caravan. We're in our tent, whatever it might be. And then all of a sudden a push notification comes up and you're fun 30 minutes until the evening entertainment kicks off with, you know, the, what do you call it?
There's nothing worse than missing a party.
Right. This is what's
so you want to know what's going on the park, you know, and with our ConciergePro admin, you can log in and send what we call a quick message, which just sends a push to everyone who's subscribed to that channel.
So customer engagement, client engagement, you know, engagement for the people that's booking to go on our parks or using our services. I really believe this is going to help increase the engagement and the user experience and the loyalty of customers that want to come back because of having this extra provision of an app.
That's right. I
Would
mean,
you agree?
you know, our experiences are now mostly through our mobile phones. So make the content that you want your guests to consume available on their phones. That's what I would say.
And I'm excited as well because we've been sitting here talking about the other aspects, the applications of the app. Now, one of my friends, actually, one of my best friends, owns a cab company in Essex, and he has grown his cab company hugely and successfully by the use of app implementation. And I believe, and I'm considering now, as I sit here today, for Park and Holiday Park Association, that I should be considering using an app for our members, for our association members, for them to be kept up to date on news and events and information and magazine. Now, for us as you know, an operation, as an association, it's not dissimilar to suppliers that supply into the industry. We're kind of operating on a 52-week-a-year business, but the leisure industry, not only are they wanting to welcome someone on holiday this year and have a really incredible week or weekend or 2-week stay, they also want to build a brand and a park loyalty to get them to come back.
Sure.
And by having an app on the phone, that can also help increase returning loyal customers that's booking again year on year.
Yeah, I mean, people have, you know, to a certain extent, rightly been worried about how long apps take to develop, whether their own brands are going to be on the app, how all that works. But with ConciergePro, you know, it's just £39 per property per month, and it's a self-service. But with PHHPA, you know, we're happy to offer some support in helping you build the app. So, you know, in that regard, you could be up and running in a couple of days, you know, with an app for your guests.
Yeah. Listen, you know, today we wanted to do a brief live. I wanted to introduce you, you know, to Mark from Kappow Apps and ConciergePro. The links are in the live feed for this broadcast. And what we're going to do now is also I'm going to give one of the creative team's numbers, Mark's number to the creative team. They're going to call Mark. They're going to take this video and have a discussion with Mark and do something what we call the 10 Qs for the PHHPA, which is where we ask 10 questions of park operators and suppliers into the industry. Mark is a supplier into the industry, and then we're going to write a blog and an article about this live interview and about Kappow Apps and Concierge Pro and how it could possibly help your park to increase your customer engagement and also reduce the costs and the burden on your customer service team by having more ready information on the app that otherwise a resident, a holidaymaker may be calling into your reception, especially during this busy time, asking a question which could be easily answered by app information on an app for your holiday park or leisure park. We've been live with Mark Lesbirel at Kappow, and later on today at PHHPA we'll be having some more information. Mark's phone's blowing up already. Look, people are ringing in and what's happening, and but very interesting. We're very seriously considering adopting and implementing an app for the Park and Holiday Park Association. We'll also take you through the journey. Our job as an association is to help you as much as we can to help continue to grow your residential park, leisure park, holiday park, camping, glamping or touring park, and to take it to the very next level. Not just about growth, it's about how we operate commercially, how we operate for our clients and our residents and our holidaymakers, and how we improve that experience for everybody. I'm Brad Chapman from the PHHPA, and this is Mark Lesbirel. Let's double check on the website address, please, Mark, where we can find you.
ConciergePro.co.
And Kappow?
It's KappowApps.com.
KappowApps.com. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Please do share.